3, 2, 1.
Hey y'all, hey, let's get into this intuitive reading, this intuitive message, this guided. Okay. For Tamar, Chrisean, and what's the dude's name? Is his name James? Because somebody was asking me in the comment section. James, okay. So, I don't know, child. I don't know what's going on, but this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. Okay, so what we can see is that it's a windy road. Each of these people have a path, and this is the path that they've chosen. Why their paths are crossing, me no say. But I'm just saying that it's windy. So, and this is 3 different people, 3 different energies. It's a lot. So, we're just going to try to get into it and figure out what Spirit is trying to guide me to say in regards to clarity around the situation. If you're new here, welcome. If you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, so Spirit is acknowledging that in this situation, all of everybody, somebody, anybody needs to be quiet. It says silence, discretion, contemplation, equanimity, consideration, and privacy. So it's time to be quiet because, again, this is the path that you chose. Somebody is feeling like, oh, I thought you was my homie. I thought you was the homie. I thought you was cool. But now, you know what I'm saying? It looks like there's been lines of loyalty drawn, like picking a side in a sense. And it's leaving someone in a space, one of the 3, where they are barking up the wrong tree now. They're like, you know what? I'm mad at the ancestors. I'm mad at this. I'm mad at that. Like, you're just mad at everything because it's not going your way. When in all actuality, Spirit said you should have chose silence. Quit barking, close it, and choose silence. Okay? Dead and stalemate, not now. Lack of clarity, perspective shift is needed. Spirit is saying one or all of them got some issues. Okay? Was you raised in a barn? You need to get grounded. Wherever the wind blows, that's the way your spirit moves. You know what I'm saying? So you're not grounded. Spirit is also acknowledging that they're not in the house. They're outside the house. They're present, but they need to be in the house to really help heal and figure out what is the deeper rooted issue here. But when it comes to these 3, one or all 3 of them, there's an energy of poor manners, lack of tact, discourtesy, and politeness. Social grace is required. And because of this action, because of what has transpired now, they're putting their boats into the water. Could be a water sign specifically, or it just could be an emotional issue for all 3. But they're trying to find direction, both equal direction for me. So they're trying to find fulfillment, enthusiasm, following bliss and money, and just doing them. This is the PR stunt. This is like how you clean up. I'm seeing a clean up woman, okay? So this is how they're trying to clean up and try to be like, okay, which way can I go? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? But this energy, somebody's just exhausted. They're tired. They're leaning on Spirit. They're just over it. It's a false start, no response, and disinterest. So whoever has pulled out first, this energy is for them. Like, oh, you just want to act like this never happened, or you just want to be like, I don't have a response to the situation that happened. They are lazing like a lump on the log. Spirit is also acknowledging that there's an energy of an earth sign who is also very content that this happened, very happy, very cozy feelings down in nature. Thank you. Because it feels like somebody's job was to do this. Somebody's job was to push a button. Somebody's job was to do something to get the other one, quote unquote, exposed, or the other ones. Okay. Not my business. Spirit said in regards to that, you need a spiritual bath, one or all 3 of them. Okay. Because there's a lot of negative talk and there's a lot of energy being placed on these individuals. And so you need to focus on replenishment and relaxation. I do see candles and they into it. It's highly weird. So I'm also not shocked that this card came out because it's everyday magic. It's like catching lightning bugs. They always want that leverage. They want the next thing to keep them in the spotlight so that they can be talked about. See blue communication. We see the tree. The Spirit is there. But it's this rush to have your name in the spotlight, good or bad. It's so interesting. But that's neither here nor there. It's a secret wish. But again, Spirit is saying focus on replenishment, focus on relaxation, focus on a spiritual bath. Spirit is also acknowledging that there's just a lot of chaos right now, a lot of hypocrisy, a lot of projection, a lot of blame. Hindsight is 2020. But like I say, when I see black, it makes me feel like protection. So everybody in the situation is protected. But it does feel like there's a lot of communication, a lot of back and forth, a lot of bickering, a lot of problems. Okay, so let's just dive a little bit deeper. Spirit said there's something else in the middle of the deck in that regard. Okay, so somebody wants to get away from the situation. They want to like literally go away, or just be like, I can't deal with it right now. Please don't bring it up. Don't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But there's very little they can do with the solar plexus energy. You can hear it being so small. I do see a lot of water, which means this could be emotional for one or all three, or it could involve a water sign. Okay, so let's just ask, how does Chrisean Rock feel about her energy about the Tamar situation and James situation? How does Chrisean Rock feel about the Tamar and James situation that she's involved in, allegedly? Or is it, I ain't seen no videos, so I don't know. Thank you. All right, she's acknowledging cats have 9 lives. If that don't work, that. If that don't work, that. If that don't work, that. There's also an energy of her feeling like she's under attack and that people just keep trying to press the issue to break her down, etc. But this is a Hollyweird card, okay? This is a brouhaha card. So there's an energy of seeking solution, breakthrough, having faith and just focusing on receptivity. Subconsciously, she is saying that she needs to take a break. She needs to focus on relaxation and regeneration, that she needs a spiritual bath. And as you see, you already know this is one of my cards, like they into it. And that's what Hollyweird does, baby. Okay, Spirit is also acknowledging that she does feel like there's guilt, remorse, nerves, worry, confession, coming clean, and an apology. Integrity is needed. So there's something about her hiding behind her solar plexus energy, because intuitively in her higher root chakra, there's something that she knows she shouldn't have done, okay? And so it's raining cats and dogs. It's a temporary intensity, and this too shall pass when she surrenders and releases whatever issue is on her, okay? But Spirit is acknowledging that this has a lot to do with karma, has a lot to do with communication, passion, and love, and she is stepping and stomping into the water to create this ripple. So she has to take accountability for the role that she played in this situation, and it's giving her reflection so that she can reflect, okay? But Spirit said that this situation also has a lot to do with her feeling like this was inspired and required, like it was go time, and this is a layered energy. If she had anything to do with it, it felt like she feels like she had to. And then if anybody had anything to do with her responding like this, that's why as well. It feels like there's an energy of being pushed, or of some notion, like does that make sense? Like I was pushed to do it, or somebody was pushed to make me push to do it. And there's no excuses, I'm not pacifying or acknowledging that this is, she had to do it or whatever. Okay. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the energy just feels like this is layered, like somebody motivated her to do it, or she felt motivated to do it, kind of energy. I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I have no dog in the fight, because honestly, you guys, I ain't even seen the video. Somebody just asked me to do this reading. Right. So, how does Tamar currently feel about the energy around this situation between herself, Chrisean Rock, and James? Tamar. Thank you. Okay, so she's acknowledging that this situation is a windy road, but this is all a part of their path. It's all a part of their plan, and it's steady progress. Enjoy the journey. She's also acknowledging that there's an energy of where you raised in a barn, like how low can you go? Spirit is saying with red, they need to get grounded. Spirit is outside of the house. Like she's taking Spirit is saying a very like, why I say a holistic approach, but it's more like a holy approach to it. Like I'm gonna pray for y'all. I'm gonna pray for the situation. Like that kind of energy is coming over. She's also acknowledging like there's a situation of her, like an energy of like her backing up, like I had nothing to do with that kind of situation. And I see that whichever way the wind blows is like is she's pointing directly to someone and saying you need to get grounded. Like you need to figure this out. This person has poor manners, lack of tact, discourtesy, and politeness, and social grace is required. This is also an energy of her being someone to I don't know how to say that, but that's what it said, but it is what it is. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Like she was the person to pick to have this moment, to do this. Okay, does that sound correct? All right. And so now this gives her an opportunity to put her boats in the water And also acknowledging that everybody needs to put their boats in the water and try to gain some direction, seeking fulfillment. Do you follow your money and bliss? Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is this weird thing about, when I do these intuitive readings and it comes to Holly Weird, there's these weird levels of things that people have to do in order to rise in the ranks first, for lack of better words. Not my business, because I'm, like I said, I just read energy, but that is on here. And Spirit is also acknowledging, like, believe half of what you see. I don't know why, but Spirit says half of what you see. All right, so James, in regards to Tamar and Chrisean Rock and his involvement, what is his overall energy? All right, so he is acknowledging, or his energy is just acknowledging, like, focus forward. There are going to be mountains, ups and downs, but anticipate good things, good karma, good choices. Good karma, bad karma equals bad choices. And again, that's just surface level, but he's trying to keep his eyes on the prize. He is also acknowledging that he should have walked away from this situation or walked away. He is walking away because he knows his worth. He's acknowledging, too, that this has a lot to do with abundance and fertility and a manifestation. As you see, there's a pregnant belly here, and he could be talking directly to this person. But this person is protected. There's a lot of solar plexus energy and emotion and lots of it. Okay. But he is acknowledging, like, this has a lot to do with abundance and fertility, support and growth. Someone being in their prime, this person being in their prime, he should have walked away from this person. And this could be a manifestation or actual pregnancy, but he's acknowledging, like, this person, I should have walked away from this person. So he's also acknowledging, like, that this is blowing up a storm, this whole situation for him, but this is to get him in alignment, but them in alignment. Okay, so it is sudden, this is necessary shake of it, is transformation. But with that being said, there is lipstick on the pig, and see, that's what Spirit was saying, like, don't believe everything that you see. You know what I'm saying? There's truth and there's lies in the midst of this, and they are very, very, very closely connected. Okay, so Spirit is like, there is some denial, there is some cover up, there's some trickery, some superficiality. So Spirit says, look closer, don't believe everything that you see. And then we get our Holly Weird card again. Okay, Holly Weird. And so this has to do with everyday magic. This has to do with the secret wish. This has to do with somebody catching lightning bugs. This has to do with leverage. And that's just what Spirit says. And Spirit says, if this ain't truth, Chris ain't groceries. But there is another card, because when I see this card, it usually says, all right, that's enough. But there is this energy of saying, surrender, reconciliation, truthful communication. So there's the Spirit is acknowledging, like, the truth needs to be said, because the truth hasn't been said completely in its entirety just yet. And Spirit is acknowledging that this is, really making someone very, very happy, content, success, wishes granted. So somebody's really excited and happy and fulfilled around the situation that has transpired. But this is, look, it's twofold. And somebody else is like, ugh, this is the worst thing that could have happened. This is putting a bad taste in my mouth. I'm not happy. Try to be optimistic and persevere through this hard time and turn lemons into lemonade. I shake to the ancestors. I shake to the universe. Oh, wow. Okay, so in regards to the overall energy between Tamar, Chrisean, and James. Thank you. Do you see what I see? I mean, I'm just going to tell y'all. Okay, so this is red. Red always reminds me of the root chakra. Thank you, Spirit. So getting grounded, but this has a lot to do with Holly Weird. I don't know how else to explain it to you guys. Holly Weird, this comes up. This also has something to do with, when people, okay, the selling of people. This is a very interesting card that it comes up in this reading when they all have a similar connection. And Spirit is acknowledging too that they're under a spiritual attack, fighting off negative energies, fighting a spiritual warfare, and needing to clear their energy, and that this is a nightmare for one or all of them. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Spirit said there's levels to that in the Holly Weird, that, thank you, Spirit, that they can reach certain levels by doing certain things, you know, and some people opt out of doing that and some people opt in. But each time you do something, it kind of gives you a little bump in success. Okay, so how does Tamar currently feel about Chrisean? Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune, she's saying karma. Karma. She also feels like she's hopeless with the Star card in reverse. And in the middle of the deck with the Six of Cups, she's acknowledging that she's dealing with childhood issues. Spirit's just screaming abandonment, nostalgia. Like there is emotion there. Like I feel bad for her kind of energy. Okay. All right. How does Tamar... Ooh. I was going to say feel about James. And she's saying that with the Six of Swords, even though he knows it's good to leave and move on, he's resistant. So there's something holding him back. It makes him very, like thinking in his head. He's thinking negatively, like he's got some bad thoughts about what happened. He's not completely okay with it. But he is inspired by what has happened to create something, to say something, to be like, oh my gosh, like a spokesperson for something. Okay. Spirit is also saying that with this new idea, he is going to have some willpower and move full steam ahead. Like he's going to go after something in regards to, like I said, a spokesperson or, you know, speaking out about it or etc. He once this idea clicks, Spirit is snapping, he's going to go full force. Okay. But this also has an ending. There's an ending in his energy field. And this helps him end the chapter. And this helps him move on. This helps him to release. There's something that he is able to walk away from now. Could be a relationship. I wonder if this is going to be the end of their relationship in regards to Tamar and James. Okay. All right. So how does James currently feel about Tamar? James is acknowledging that he's exhausted with the Four of Swords when it comes to her. With the King of Pentacles, he's saying that he's been a faithful friend to her, to the Queen of Pentacles, and that she's been prosperous. Like he feels like she's ate off of his plate and off of what he's done for her. With the Two of Swords, he is acknowledging that they're at a crossroads and that there's been too much happening with excess. He's burdened. He's very emotional as well. With the Ten of Pentacles, he's seen her as family. And with the Three of Wands, he's acknowledging that they've done things and they've traveled and they've gone on so many adventures, and that he's hopeful that there will be an amends, because this really has uprooted their quote-unquote happy home between these two. He's hurt behind the situation. He feels like he's in a mood, and she can be moody, but he's in a mood behind the situation. And with the Knight of Pentacles, he's just going to be very conservative moving forward. He's going to definitely keep his eyes and ears open. He's going to pay more attention to his surroundings, because he feels like, why would you put me in a situation like this? And I don't know what role she played in this situation, she being Tamar, but he feels like she had more she could have helped or stopped or something of that nature. Like it just feels like he's like, she said something, she told me to do something along them lines. Like it doesn't feel like he completely trusts her now. Okay. And how does James currently feel about Chrisean? Thank you. All right, he's acknowledging with the Eight of Pentacles that she is focusing on her career and getting the bag. She's focused on entrepreneurship and reaching her goals. He is acknowledging that she needs to have a confession with the Seven of Swords, that she needs to come out and say something in that regard. With the Ten of Wands, he does feel stress behind her. He does feel like she's stressed as well. With the Death card, he's like, that's the end of that. That's the end of me and her. That's the end of this. And this needs to come to an end. But like I said, he's inspired by this situation. When I say inspired, don't take it the wrong way. But there's something that's going to click that he's going to be able to use to kind of give him that push, that fire to move forward. You know what I'm saying? And make this situation, quote unquote, work for him, for lack of better words. Like, It feels like it's Spirit Chrisean spokesperson. Like there's something he's going to say that's going to be very profound in that regard. And it's going to help him, kind of level up, if that makes sense. Now, how does Chrisean feel about Tamar? Thank you. Two of Swords, she feels like they're at a crossroads. Like, we have to make a tough decision. I was in denial, but I see the truth now. Let's get it. With the World card, she feels like that's it between them two. Like, we're done. We're not going to be friends. I'm not doing that no more with you. And with the Eight of Cups in reverse, she's sad about this situation, but she's also acknowledging that they were drifting. Like, we shouldn't be this close anyway. I'm not happy. I'm not content. This should have never happened. And how does Chrisean feel about James? Okay. With the Four of Wands, she's saying, This is interesting. Wow. Fire sign, passionate, but also chaotic. That they were they friends before? I have no idea, but like she's acknowledging like we was cool. This like I could have came in your house, you came out, like something about a home and just being very joyous and very happy. But then also acknowledging with the Devil card in reverse, I'm releasing a toxic energy, releasing toxic behavior, releasing an addiction, feeling free and seeking freedom. Like we was cool, but I had to let you go. I had to release myself from this. She's also acknowledging that he's hasty with the Page of Wands. Moves a little too fast for her. Does things a little too quickly. Talks a little too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but I'm seeing this like talk. And she's also acknowledging that he's stubborn with the Nine of Wands. Okay. In reverse. What's next for Tamar, Chrisean, and James? Stalling. Okay, not being able to let go, not being able to release. It's the Hangman in reverse. Stalling. So someone is not ready to deal with the situation, pushing back. Excess, overburdened, drowning in their emotions. There's no balance here. Nothing. Just drowning in emotions due to the stalling. Like it's going to make it so heavy on someone else that this has not been rectified, or the truth is not coming out, or that this situation is just hanging in the looms, like, And Spirit is also acknowledging dishonesty with the Justice card in reverse. There's been dishonesty here. And Spirit keeps saying, like, there's more than what you see. That there's trickery and there's foolery. So take a closer look. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.